Gentlemen, Antonio here. All right, we're going to talk about 7 style rules, which on the surface may appear to be stupid. But when you get underneath, when you understand the logic behind these rules, you realize they're actually pretty darn smart. This question came out of my free Facebook community. I've got almost 10,000 men in this Facebook community, and they were asking great questions. Some of them, they directly tagged me and they asked me, and I thought about it. I'm like, there isn't a great explanation, especially some of these rules. I'm going to link to videos where I've explained this information and I didn't explain the why. And I understand that many of you guys, as you're on the journey to become the best dressed you want to understand, why am I following this rule? Why is this guideline here? Does it make sense to me? And hopefully after you watch this video, you realize sometimes you need to follow the rules. Other times you can break them when you understand the logic and if it doesn't apply. Rule number 1, jacket buttoning rules. The basic rule on a 2-button jacket is always when you stand, button the top button, never button the bottom. And I've put this out in a video right over here. You can check out the video. I go really quickly, like in 2 minutes, over all the rules. But what I didn't talk about in this video was the reasoning why. And a lot of people are saying, oh, it's because some dead English king basically did this and so everyone copied him. Well, if that's the reason, then it doesn't really make sense. Why are we all doing this? The real reason why you need to follow these buttoning rules is this is how your jacket is made to be worn. It looks best on a man when he wears it buttoned. It's simply the way it's made to fit on your body, the silhouette that's created. It's going to build up your chest, going to build up your shoulders. It's going to slim the waistline. Standing up, you actually keep it buttoned. If it's a 3-button jacket, I talk about you have the option on the top button to actually leave it unbuttoned or buttoned. There's also double-breasted jackets. All those rules I get into in that other video. But the reasoning behind it is that you look better when you follow it. Style rule number 2 that may seem stupid but it's actually really smart is to not match your pocket square with your necktie. I know a lot of guys are going to go into a menswear store and they're going to say, hey, I can buy a set right here, or I want to give a gift and I want it to be a matching tie, matching pocket square, made from the same material. Antonio, why can't I wear them together? They look in the mirror, they try it on, they say, I kind of like the way it looks. Well, the reason that I think you should follow this rule and not match them exactly is that you want to force a bit of creativity and you want to learn. To me, it's one of those things that it forces you to bring in new colors, new combinations. And I think that complementing your necktie and your pocket square together always looks better than completely matching. When I see a complete match, I look at something that has no creativity, someone that simply went with something that they bought in a store. Rule number 3, spend as much on your shoes as you do on your suit. So a lot of guys are looking at this and Antonio, that's stupid. Why in the world would I actually spend $500 on shoes? Sure, I can go spend that on a suit. I'm going to get it custom made online, or I'm going to take it to a tailor. It's made from a high-end fabric. I got to get it adjusted. All of these things make sense. It covers most of my body. Why would I spend so much money on my shoes? Shoes are an ending point. So when you look at a man and you look him up and down, we stop at the shoes. Survey after survey has shown that women and men both look at a man's shoes and they judge the outfit. It is an integral link. Think of it as a chain. So you spend $500 on that new suit. You want to go out there and spend almost, you don't have to spend the exact amount. You could spend more, but I would recommend spending about as much or maybe a little bit less. But let's say $300, $350 on a new pair of shoes. You're going to have to, of course, budget for that. But what you want is for that entire outfit to look great. What you don't want is that old pair of $50 shoes to wear them with that brand new $500 suit. And all of a sudden somebody noticed that, wow, those things are falling apart. They definitely don't look very good. That's a shoddy build. And it's too bad because it ruins the whole outfit. And that's what you want to avoid, gentlemen, is ruining the whole outfit. Rule number 4, never break up a suit. Now, this is a rule that I think a lot of men can break if they actually have multiple suits, if they find that they can wear that jacket with jeans or with various trousers in the wardrobe. But this rule exists to protect the man who's just starting off. And I'll tell you why. Because a lot of guys, maybe they go out and they get a navy suit and they like it. They feel great in it. And they think, okay, I'm going to wear this navy jacket with jeans. I'm going to maybe wear these trousers with shirts and not wear the jacket. And then they send them off to the cleaners separately. They end up damaging the trousers or they get a stain on the jacket. And what happens? They ruin their only great suit. And you need to have a suit for emergencies. Someone's going to die. Someone's going to get married. Someone is going to need for you to be there dressing your best. And you need to have at least one dark colored suit back there in reserve. So So if you're breaking up your only suit, you've got issues. But if you've got multiple suits, if you're a little bit more advanced, I think it's perfectly fine. But the reason this rule is there is to protect the man that's just starting off. So he always has a go-to suit instead of actually having something that when he puts it on, he realizes, wow, the trousers, they've been washed 10 times. I've never actually sent the jacket off to the cleaners, and we've got a mismatch now of the fabric. Rule number 5, never wear a backpack with a suit. So this rule is here to protect your suit jacket, your sports jackets from damage. When you wear a backpack over basically the shoulder here, we have cotton, oftentimes we've got foam, we've got various materials in here depending on the quality and the build of the jacket. But when you have that backpack shoulder pad just digging into it, it is going to damage the outside and the inside of your suit jacket, and it's going to cut that life. And it's all of a sudden you're going to wonder, why do I have this wrinkling up here? Why is the material starting to fray? That's why that rule is there and why you want to avoid it. Now, I understand many of you guys are saying, Antonio, I live in a city, I've got to carry books around. I love my backpack, and I don't care what you say. I understand that. So if you're gonna wear a backpack with a suit, wear a great looking one. I'm gonna link over to JL Roku. Guys, I used their backpacks this summer when I was traveling with my family throughout New York City. Beautiful made backpacks. But here's the trick. If you're gonna wear a backpack with a sports jacket or a suit, take off the jacket. Fold it, and I'll link to, in the description down below, I'll link to how to fold your jacket to put it into the back of a backpack. And then by doing that, all of a sudden you're gonna have it on the shirt, and it's not really gonna do much damage to the shirt because it doesn't have those pads. But with your jacket protected and put in the backpack, it's gonna last a lot longer. Rule number 6, when tying a necktie, the end point should end right at the belt buckle. The reason that rule is there is that we don't want it to go well below, because then that's going to draw attention to the crotch. The goal of the necktie is to draw attention to your face. And if it doesn't do that, then it's not actually doing its job. So when you wear it shorter like that, all of a sudden it just looks a bit comical. The proportions are going to be off. So it's a very simple rule, but I see a lot of guys who are too lazy to retie their necktie and to get it the exact length. If you've got questions on this, I'm gonna link over to one of my other videos on how to tie a necktie, and we talk about how to adjust so that you can tie the perfect length every time. Finally, rule number 7, match your belt to your trousers. So if you're wearing dark colored trousers, wear a dark colored belt. If you're wearing light colored trousers, wear a light colored belt. This is a rule for style beginners. Definitely, if you understand what you're doing, you can change it up. You can do whatever you want with your belt. You don't even have to, I don't think that you truly have to match leather with leather all the time or metal with metal. But this rule, matching the belt to the trousers, is important to understand, because what it does is it ensures that we have a monochromatic look, that our eyes are able to go up and down. And on most men who are trying to slim themselves up and look taller, this is going to be the best look for you. Imagine if a guy is wearing light colored trousers, a light colored shirt, but he's got a very dark colored belt. What does that do? It cuts him in half. That's what we want to avoid, and why that rule is there. Again, it's to allow the eyes to go up and down. All right, guys, that's it. Let me know down in the comments which rules I missed, rules that you think are stupid on the surface, but when you get underneath, they're actually really smart. And don't forget, I've got tons of free ebooks, over 15 free ebooks for you here at Real Men Real Style. I change them up, I put in new ones, I take some down. So if you haven't been over there for a while, go check it out. Grab the free ebooks. Eventually I'm going to pull them down and I'm going to change things up over at the website. But for now, you can grab them free of charge. That's it, guys. I'll see you in the next video.